All right, let's just dive right in. If you've ever even thought about trying one of those one-time color clays, you absolutely have to watch this first. I mean, we've all been there, right? You see this amazing, vibrant color in the jar, but the second it hits your dark hair, it's a totally different and usually disappointing story. Well, today we're going to put an end to that for good. I'm going to give you the exact system, a simple checklist really, to test any of these products before you even think about buying them. This is going to make sure you get that sharp, clean look every single time. So, let's kick things off by figuring out the biggest trap people fall into. First up, we've got to talk about the one-time color trap. Look, this trend has absolutely blown up, and I get it. It's a fresh look without the crazy commitment of bleaching your hair. But man, it is so easy to get wrong, especially if you have dark hair. So let's break down the science here, because it's actually pretty simple. The main issue, your dark hair literally just eats up color and light. So, for any temporary color to actually look good, the pigment can't sink in. It has to sit right on top of the hair strand. That right there, that's the secret. It's the difference between getting that, whoa, your hair looks amazing reaction and, you know, just ending up with a dull, muddy mess. Okay, so now that we get why so many of these products are a letdown, let's jump into the first part of our actual test. We're talking texture and pigment. This is where you can spot a winner or a loser almost instantly. This right here is your first big test, and you can do it right in the store or as soon as you get home. Just take a little bit of the product, like a dime-sized amount, and warm it up between your palms. Now, a high-quality clay, it should pretty much vanish, leaving behind this smooth, almost invisible film. But if it feels heavy or oily or sticky, yeah, that is a huge red flag. Yeah, this chart pretty much says it all, doesn't it? For that sharp, clean look, you are looking for a true matte finish like you see on the left. It looks natural. It gives you volume. What you have to avoid at all costs is that greasy shine on the right. It just makes your hair clump together and looks frankly a bit cheap. So, the takeaway is super simple. Matte is modern. Greasy is out. Alright, quick reality check. If you've got a hair clay or wax nearby, I want you to grab it right now. Go on, rub a little between your fingers. After about 10 seconds, what does it feel like? If it's gummy or sticky, you now know it's going to make your hair clump. You're looking for something that feels smooth and light. It's that simple. Okay, let's talk about the actual color. Pigment density is literally everything. If the pigment is weak, it's just going to look like you sprinkled some colored chalk in your hair. But a really good product, a high-quality one, it'll have what's called a reflective tint. This is what makes the color just pop, even in a dimly lit room. It's the difference between looking like you just left a high-end salon and looking like you just left a costume shop. So, let's say you found a product. It's got a great matte finish, the color is vibrant, but all of that is completely useless if it can't actually hold a style, right? And that brings us to our next major test, the Ultimate Hold Challenge. And more specifically, we need to know if your product is clapboard compatible. So, what are we really testing for when we talk about hold? I mean, it's not just about making your hair stiff as a board. It's about being able to create and lock in a very specific, very sharp shape that actually lasts all day. And this is what we're talking about, the Clapboard Framework. It's a pro-level technique. You use a blow dryer on high heat to press the hair on the sides of your head flat down. A good clay is designed to work with that heat. So, as the hair cools down, it just locks into that perfectly flat, super sharp shape. And hey, here's the little trick to really nail this technique. It's the 5-second rule. After you hit it with the heat, you have to physically hold that hair down flat for about 5 seconds while it cools. This is the magic moment. It's when a quality clay will set and lock that style perfectly in place. All right, we have now reached what I believe is the single biggest deal breaker for any color clay, the transfer test. Seriously, what is the point of having amazing hair if the color ends up all over your hands, the color of your shirt, or your pillowcase? The test couldn't be simpler. Once your hair is styled and set, just touch it. Your hand should come away totally clean. If you see a little color, here's a quick fix. Grab your blow dryer and hit it with the cool shot button. That blast of cold air can help set the pigment. But if it still transfers after that, the product is a fail. It just doesn't have the right setting agents. End of story. And if you want to be extra sure you won't have any transfer issues, try this pro technique. It's called surface painting. So instead of mashing the product all the way down to your scalp and roots, you just focus on applying it to the top layer and the ends of your hair. This gives you that huge visual pop with the absolute minimum chance of making a mess. Okay, one final super quick check: washability. I mean, a huge reason we use these one-time clays is that they're temporary and damage-free, and that means it has to wash out completely in one shower with your normal shampoo. If you're washing your hair and you still feel some grit or residue, that's a bad sign. It's probably made with cheap waxes that are just going to clog up your hair follicles. All right, so we've gone through all the tests: texture, pigment, hold, transfer. So what does a winning product actually look like when you put it all together? In this last section, we're going to define the perfect clay to get that sharp, modern K-style look everyone's after. This is it. This is your final checklist. A winning clay prioritizes a true matte texture, no shine. It has to have those high-density reflective pigments that really pop. It's got to be compatible with heat styling like the Clapboard technique we talked about. And the big one, it sets completely and does not transfer. Period.